how to trust in God in hard times, even when it hurts. Imagine standing alone in the middle of a storm, with the wind howling and rain pouring down. Now, ask yourself this: how can you truly trust God when everything inside you feels broken and it hurts so much? Today, we are going to explore something that touches all of us at some point: the struggle to keep faith alive when life is hardest. You'll hear real stories of people who faced deep pain and still found hope. We'll also uncover simple but powerful steps you can take to strengthen your trust in God, even when the road feels unbearable. Before we go deeper, I want to ask you, have you ever felt so overwhelmed by your struggles that trusting felt impossible? If so, you're not alone. And that's exactly why this message matters. Let's take this journey together to discover how trust can grow, even when it hurts. What does it really mean to trust God when life feels unfair and your heart is breaking? Trust is often misunderstood as simply believing that everything will turn out well. But real trust is deeper than hope or wishful thinking. It's a quiet decision, a choice to lean on God even when answers don't come and pain remains. Let me share a story. There was a woman named Sarah who lost her husband suddenly. The shock left her devastated and full of questions she couldn't answer. But instead of pushing away her pain, Sarah allowed herself to feel it fully. And in that space of brokenness, she chose to trust that God was still present. Not because her suffering disappeared, but because she believed there was a greater purpose she couldn't yet see. First, be honest in your prayers. Don't hold back your doubts, fears, or frustrations. Speak openly to God, just as you would with a close friend. This honesty creates a space where your faith can grow, even through the hardest questions. This kind of trust shifts our focus from trying to fix the pain to simply being present with God and with ourselves. It means accepting that hurting is part of the journey, yet still believing in the love that does not abandon us. When we hold on this way, trust becomes a lifeline, a steady anchor in the storm, not a magic fix that makes the storm vanish. So, how can you nurture your trust in God when your heart feels shattered and the pain is overwhelming? It starts with small, practical steps that anyone can take, no matter how deep the struggle. Second, seek quiet moments to listen and reflect. Life's noise can drown out that still, gentle voice of peace. Find time, whether it's a few minutes in the morning or a quiet walk, to be still, breathe, and open your heart to God's presence. Third, surround yourself with a community that supports your faith journey. Sometimes, hearing others' stories of trust and resilience can inspire and remind us we're not alone. Let me tell you about James. When he lost his job and faced mounting bills, he felt hopeless, but by praying honestly, taking quiet moments to breathe, and connecting with a local faith group, James slowly began to rebuild trust. It wasn't an instant miracle. It was a steady light growing brighter day by day. Those small steps became the foundation for a peace that carried him through the uncertainty. Can trust really grow when life makes no sense at all? The truth is, trusting God doesn't mean you will suddenly understand every painful moment or have clear answers for every question. Sometimes, trust means embracing the mystery and learning to surrender control. Take the story of Maria, who has lived with a chronic illness for years. She wrestled with frustration and fear, constantly searching for reasons why this happened to her. Over time, Maria realized that holding on too tightly to the need for answers only added to her suffering. Instead, she found peace by accepting the uncertainty and resting in faith, believing that even without clear answers, God's love remained constant. This kind of surrender is not giving up. It's a brave act of trust that opens the door to freedom. When you release the need to fix everything or understand every why, you create space for a deeper peace that can carry you through ongoing pain. It's in this quiet surrender that faith can bloom, even amid the hardest seasons. Trusting God in hard times isn't about having all the answers or escaping pain. It's about choosing to be present with your struggles, taking small, faithful steps, and courageously embracing the unknown. This kind of trust brings a peace that doesn't depend on circumstances, but flows from a deep, unshakable hope. So today, I invite you to ask yourself, what's one step you can take right now to nurture your trust, even when it hurts? Maybe it's an honest prayer, a quiet moment, or reaching out to someone who understands. If this message touched you, please share your story or thoughts in the comments. Your journey can inspire someone else who's feeling lost. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos that encourage hope, faith, and healing. Remember, you are never alone. Even in your hardest moments, trusting God can bring strength and peace beyond what words can say. Amen.